Alright, hello and welcome everybody back to the video. I'm your SimCFI. Hope you guys are enjoying your night so far. I want to start off with, I was planning to do a stream a little bit earlier, but I see that a couple of my friends are doing a stream with an EXPO recap, so if you want to go check that out, CST is live and Mickey Mike I think as well. Blue Games is on their XP, so go give those guys a like as well if you're not watching it already. Appreciate you guys all coming back. For more, we're going to be taking this airplane from Toronto to LaGuardia, and we have the PU Air Korea working now. Try to get you as close as I possibly can. This is the PU Air Korea CDU version 2, and then I have the CRJ faceplate that simply attaches on and off, and you can see you can turn the lights up, which looks a lot better in real life than it does in the camera, I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna leave the light off so you guys can actually see that a little bit better. There you go. I'd like to thank my channel partners as always. So we have PU Air Korea, as you see here, that have sent this to me to review and use, and I've been loving it so far. We have ProDesk Sim. So I got a discount code for them down below if you'd like to purchase any of their throttles. I'll be using the CRJ one, of course, today, and I'll show you that one later. It's just down here. And Contrails. So if you want to buy the CRJ or any scenery you see in here, you can use the Contrails shop, and you'll get some money off your order as well, 10%, I believe. I am doing a tiny bit of an experiment, and I'm going to be trying to I got rid of GSX completely, and I want to see if GSX is causing stutters, so we're going to go ahead and give that a try. So I think I'm just going to check Simple Takeoff. Simple Takeoff is also streaming right now. I just want to see where he's at, if he's already live or not. And then we're going to get going. We will be playing on VATSIM as well, so we're going to have all that. Appreciate you guys all stopping in today. Hopefully the audio is okay. Okay, he's starting in 10 minutes or so, so we might leave just ahead of him. That's okay. Let's jump in the flight deck here. And again, once again, we're in a turnaround state. So anytime you guys are in a turnaround state and you've clicked it from the EFB. All right, I'm already getting lag, so I'm gonna go turn that setting back on. I don't want to, but I kind of have to, unfortunately. But anytime you guys are getting any sorts of frame loss, or anytime you put the airplane in a turnaround state, always be sure to click these yaw dampers back on. There's a current bug right now that doesn't display the yaw damper on, but it actually is on. So just keep in mind of that. Oh, and we got reconnect to VATSIM, as every time you press settings in this version in 2024, it actually kicks you from the server. There we go. So we're back on VATSIM. All right, Simple just went live, so we should be good to start going off now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get rid of our IRSs. We'll bring those back on up. And we're going to press index, FMS control, just verify we're actually, what am I doing? I should be using let me use the actual FMS. So I'll bring you down here and you guys can follow along with me. Need to get a longer mic here, but initialize FMS, we'll press index, FMS control, just verify that everything is synced and looking good, which it is. We'll press position. Next page, GNSS1, we'll copy that over, previous page, and we'll throw it in the coordinates there. Now we'll press flight plan. We're going from Charlie Charlie Yankee Zulu, KLGA, flight 996, We'll press radio. Next page. JZA996. Put that in there. Execute that. Flight plan. Our alternate is... Let me quickly check. It is KBWI. Real world, it's usually just back to Toronto. But that's fine. We'll put that in there. We'll press execute. And it's going to be going the Kepta 3, Bempa transition, Avon, Oodle. So we'll type in the waypoints first. This is how we enter in the CRJ. It's waypoints first, then SIDS and stars. So Bempa is first. Then we're going direct Avon, AEVON. And then we're going Oodle. And then RKA. And we'll execute that as well. Oh, I just lost the chat. Give me 1 second. There we go. We're all back and running here. Kevin, hey, welcome. Hey, just landed in YYZ from YQT. New update. I had a problem with the ILS intercept. It just started drifting off the center line. How far did you press approach from? Further than 12 miles in the sim, it doesn't like it. This CRJ man is live. That's it, man. That's all we're doing. I kind of wanted to fly the 727 actually, but I'm going to be doing some CRJ stuff as the new updates out for everybody to try. So anyways, that's all been plugged in. Let's go ahead and get our ATIS. Holy hell, my phone just erupted with sounds. The Toronto ATIS, they're calling for slight wind, 6 mile viz, few cloud, whatever. It's going to be an altimeter setting of 2978. We'll just press the B button because it'll... Oh, I guess B doesn't work anymore. Alright, that means I actually got to work now. 2978. I don't know if that's a bug or not a bug. I don't know if they've changed that or if maybe I've changed it on my end. 2978. There we go. Look outside. You sure picked a day fly LaGuardia. Yeah, that's okay. Whatever. We're airline pilots. We can do it. Will be an interesting one though. Pretty close to it. Maybe a mile or two. So how, yeah, distance-wise from the airport, how far were you? Because anything outside 12, a mile or two, that's a weird intercept as well. Usually about 8 to 10 in the sim, it works just fine. Anything outside 12, it has sometimes a problem with it. But the CRJ in real life does have localizer capture issues, specifically with the 2.4s and 6s in Toronto. We get an ACARS message about it every time we come into the airport. Anyways, they're going to be using runway 2. They're using the 2.4, so it's going to be probably 2.3 for departure. So we'll press departing arrival, and we're doing runway 2.3, and the departure is the Kepta 3. Bempa, execute, departure, arrival, and we're taking most likely the Harp 4. It is the Harp 4 via RKA. Whoops, and we'll execute that. Perf. And we're going up to flight level 350. And our alternate cruise is going to be 260. Let's go ahead and load up everything in this airplane here. So we'll press flight plan, import OFP. We're going to refresh the weather, set payload and fuel. So we're all loaded up. We'll press enter on these guys. Where it's dry, going to be flat 8, so I might as well press set all now as well. And it looks like our fuel is going to be 93.78. And our zero fuel weight is 65.440. 440. The fuel plus the zero fuel weight equals the gross weight. You do not have to enter any of this stuff up here. Next page. And we're going to have an ISO deviation of 13. And then it's tailwinds 28, 22, and 4. So P28, P22, P4. I love this P-Air Korea keyboard. This is so realistic to what we do in real life. How fast I can type on this is how fast we can type real world. Really appreciate you guys joining in the vertical stream and the horizontal stream. We're doing 2 streams today. So if you guys can hit the like button on both and subscribe, that'd be great. I really appreciate that. Sam Guilford, welcome, hello. Thanks for jumping in. Captain Ethan as well as another streamer, so go watch Captain Ethan when he's streaming as well. And we're currently going to be flying with Simple Takeoff. He's a Flair Airlines 37 somewhere over there. It looks like we have an RJ on our left. Another buddy just joined in, hopefully there. You know, you came up yesterday. One of my viewers watches you as well and learned everything about the CRJ from. That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. At the expo, someone wanted me to sign something. I'm like, you want me to sign? I've never signed anything before. I can do that for you if you like, though. I don't know why you'd want it. Anyways, we're going to be departing. It's 1:35. It's going to be, the time is wrong because I've changed it so you guys can see a bit more outside in the daylight. And then it's 17:18 for the reserve. And it's kind of actually, it's a bit of reserve they give us there. 400 pounds for the taxi. This usually is actually filled out, but I guess this time it's not. Usually this portion is filled out, the destination ETA, this stuff right here. I think that's not done because maybe oh no, I didn't. I did everything manually. Yeah, so that should have actually that should have worked in there. It sometimes does, it sometimes does not, and I don't know how to get that to work every time. We'll go to the VNAV section. Climb 287.7 is our default. That's our default climb, so we'll leave that in there. I've changed my defaults though, by the way. If you guys want to change your defaults, press index, defaults. That's the wrong one. Index and defaults. So these are all the defaults, and you can change these. So I've changed climb to 287.7 and so on. This is my defaults if you want to copy them. So there you go. Flight plan, perf in it, did that. VNAV, did that. VNAV cruise, our cruise speed is going to be probably slow. They always keep us slow on this route. Oh, it's not too bad. 249/0.74. So we can take advantage of that tailwind. Next page, 4.0. Everything else here is fine. Radio page, auto. Now, because we're taking off runway 23, I like to manually plug in. It's actually already there. I like to manually plug in the VORs to Toronto, and that's just a real life thing that the engine out procedure has a DME associated with it, and so we can put a ring there, which gives us our turn. So the way it works is after a level off altitude of 1570 or an acceleration off to 1570 and a DME of 6.2 based off the Toronto VOR, then you take a turn left 200 degrees. So the VOR is legally binding. You have to have these, but the fix is a visual reference for us. You can't just say I was following the fix. That's not legally a DME. That's based off the off the IRS GPS, whereas the VOR actually has DME distance. So I like to tune those in there manually. That's more of a real life thing though, it won't matter in the sim. And I'll press MFD menu. And on the left side, we're gonna be flying from the right. So the left side's gonna get on, and the right side is gonna get VNAV. I like speed and altitude personally. I'll put the missed approach in there as well, why not? And range alt select. With that, we're gonna press flight plan, copy active. And we'll do it to this side as well. I should have asked, I meant to ask him when I was there if I can change this to the right side FMS, but I didn't do that. I'll catch up with the chat here as I've kind of gotten a little distracted. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant from the Loke. Yeah, it could have been that far. I'll join you, LaGuardia, and see if it happens. Cool. Yeah, let me know. I do have an entire localizer approach video a video that I made, so feel free to watch that and see if it helps as well. But in the sim, so in real life, there is something called, if you want to look it up, look up ILS false capture. It does exist. It's very rare. I've had it once. But the CRJ is prone to not really false capturing, but it doesn't capture all that well, and you have to manually take control in real life all the time from it. So I guess it's realistic, unrealistic, and kind of does the same thing. Jack, hey, welcome. How did you end up fixing the traffic? I uninstalled FSTL and I reinstalled it. I did the most simple IT fix. That's the Wing 737. No, this is the PU Air Korea CDU V2 with the CRJ faceplate. So you can comes right off. You can buy any faceplate you want. And so if you want to fly an Airbus, you take your CRJ faceplate on or off. You take your Airbus one, you put it right on. It's all the same format, so it's not one-to-one with a CRJ, because the CRJ has 3 rows down here, but it all fits this layout. So they have 737, MD-11, 777, CRJ. So that's all this. And then this window, you just pop out a window and drag it into this monitor. This requires an HDMI, so it's its own monitor. You can even play YouTube on this if you want to. And I don't really see too much of a big performance drop, at least in Microsoft 24, and I have a 4080. Sam was, how was Expo? Hope it was all good. It was amazing. I loved FX Expo. It was really cool. I loved meeting everybody. It was a good time. Definitely go back to the next one too. I might join as Endeavor. Sweet. Let's get going. For some reason, I feel weird getting spotted in person. And how was the Expo? I wish I got to go this year. Yeah, it's weird getting spotted in person. It was awesome. It was my first one, so I can't compare it to any other ones. But I enjoyed every minute of it. Be sure, guys, as well. CST Gaming is live currently with Blue Games, Owls, XP, and some other guys, and Mike and Mike, and they're doing a little bit of an Expo recap. So if you want to head over to their channel as well, give them a like, let them know I sent you there. They're kind of doing that too. I'm gonna turn my light back on, and because we're not going to be using this much anymore for the most part, I'll kind of pan you down. Give you the throttle. These are the Pro Desk Sim CRJ throttles. If you want a copy of yourself, you can use the link down below, or you can also they have Airbus and Boeing and all sorts of cool stuff, and it attaches to your Honeycomb Bravo. That's where that goes. Anyways, let's keep going here. Let's go ahead and start the APU. Press that button there, and I've noticed because I've turned on NVIDIA control some filters, the game is running slightly worse. I would love to turn that off, but it's conflicting with PU Air Korea right now. I'm going to turn off the PU Air Korea system. Hope this doesn't crash the sim or anything. And I'm going to try... I'd like to turn it off. No. Alright, we'll turn the PU Air Korea back on. And we'll just kind of make sure everything is still in the right spot there. Anyways, you can press the start button for the APU, and that's going to fire it on up. I really appreciate you guys watching in the vertical stream as well. You got 40 of you guys in there, so if we can have 40 likes at least, that'd be amazing. Kind of looks like a weird model, but good enough, I guess. We're going to go over here. They want a trim of 6.3. That's a little lower than I would expect, but we can set it. So right here, we're going to use our stab trim, and whoops, I forgot that's not my stab trim. Going to trim down to 6.3. Awesome. Let me just get the chat back up as I lost it again. Did you map cutoff detents? I did. That was with MobiFlight. So if I move it forward... Oh, I didn't start MobiFlight. Stand by. I always do that. MobiFlight's the last thing I start. I always forget about it, but I need it. So let me just start up MobiFlight, and then I'll show you how it works there. Now in real life, you actually have to click the detent and then bring it forward. In the sim, you can just bring them forward. That's not exactly how that works. The detent works in both directions. There we go. We'll press run. So forward, forward, detent, detent. Now in real life, it would be detent, detent. That's how that would be. That's the only difference. So that's all mapped and ready to go. Let's go ahead and get our hydraulic 3A pump turned on. The cabin press we can just set to 20 feet. Basically, LaGuardia is at sea level. The APU is online. We're going to check the electrics. AC system is everything's green, and the ground power has basically been taken off the bus. Back to stat. DC is okay. We'll disconnect, or we'll just deselect the ground power switch. The ground power is actually still connected physically, as it's still green. But we can go to this EFB aircraft. Let's close all these doors, get rid of the ground power, Get rid of the chocks. Let's tune up, we haven't gotten a PDC, so we'll tune up Toronto approach. And we're gonna get, put them a little bit lower. And we're gonna ask for a clearance. For Jazz 996, let me just get a bit of a notepad in case he wants to change anything on me here. Clearance Jazz 996 requesting IFR to LaGuardia Information Alpha. Okay, clear to LaGuardia, attempt to 3, bump a transition, then flight plan route, we're squawking 4410, Jazz 996. Okay, we'll get Bravo and we'll push call taxi Jazz 996. So I put the camera down here, so we'll put the squawk code. Technically, our transponder should be set to standby. Said the garbage. We're squawking 4410. We're gonna put this in there. We're good to go. All right, so that's all good to go. Let's check our doors page. I'll lower the pilot a little bit. Let me know if the sounds are good for you guys or if they're too low, too loud. You just let me know. Oh, you know what? You guys actually can't hear it. Stand by. Give me 1 second.
This time.
Door full.
There we go.
Yeah, stand by, please. Air Canada 9.
That should be good for you guys now, I hope. Let me know what the sounds are.
Currently.
Really appreciate you guys all joining in the vertical stream. You guys in the vertical stream, you ain't chatting. You got to keep chatting. No ATC? Yeah, sorry about that, Joe. I think I got it fixed for you guys now. LaGuardia is the airport. Don't want to butter overrun. Yeah, LaGuardia is short. Just get it down and stopped. Yeah, I got it working 20 with SPAD next. Oh, that guy just cut him off. I've never used SPAD next, actually. All our doors are closed. We'll press back to the stat page. Turn our fuel pumps on. We'll turn our, actually, I don't have GSX anymore because I'm testing that theory that it stutters. That's what makes it stutter. Transponder number 2, parking brake off. Let's go parking brake on. I forgot to set all my FCP stuff, didn't I? Well, we got 5,000 feet on the departure. Now that we're cleared, it's a heading of 237. It's a level off XL of 1570. Alrighty, flight directors to the right. And the flex temperature is going to be 46. We'll go 42 just in case. So it's going to be runway, it's going to be 23. Paid, flex rolling bleeds open. The anti-ice is not required. And the minute visibility is okay. We are going to be flying the Kepta 3. I'll get this up for you guys so you can see it.
Air Canada 789, turn left heading 360.
Kepta 3 departure, runway heading.
360 for Air Canada.
And then 1,100 feet, right turn 245. Expect radar vectors to save on course up to 5,000. Noise abatements, no turns below 3,600. The engine out upon reaching a DME of 6.2 and a level off 1570. Left turn 200, but it's visual. Any questions, comments, concerns, threats? The threats today is the chat. I just love to read your comments, and I'm gonna mess some stuff up because I'm just having fun. All right, parking brake off. Let's get going. See what should come on as well. Kind of important. Just make sure no one's. It looks like he's pushing back. We're just pushing straight back, so we should be okay.
We got Bravo. We'll call for taxi for Floyd. Delta 557, line up runway 23. Air Canada 8940.
Toronto departures. Air Canada 271 with information Bravo, looking for taxi to the active.
Air Canada 8940 supposed to be
to the active. What is that? Why are you pushing me left? You just pushed me straight back.
71 runway 23. This is Bravo altimeter 2978. Taxi via Alpha Kilo Alpha Hotel. Give way to an airport. Chicago 321 Neo. Left right on Alpha.
Alpha Kilo Alpha Hotel, and we'll look out for.
Can I like tell him what direction I want to go or something? I don't know why he was going left.
Air Canada 271.
All right, it's okay. We'll just turn around. We'll let the parking brake. All right, let's start the engine. So without GSX, obviously I can't do a nice pushback, but press and hold the start button. We got the starter there. I didn't set my clock properly. We'll get the timer going, hopefully. There we go.
Toronto departure, United 426.
I'll bring up the sim sounds for you.
I assume that was Air Canada, not United.
Under 120, above 20% ITT.
Air Canada 426, Toronto departure is identified. Turn left direct saver on course, climb flight level 230.
Left direct saver 230.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention, as we will now display the safety features of this aircraft.
Sorry about that. I covered my camera on you.
Air Canada
Insert the metal
789,
fittings into the
3000.
buckle and tighten the straps.
Descent 3000.
Let me know how the audio levels are. I did MSP to YYZ CRJ a few days ago. Went smoothly. Nice. That's probably going to be my route to FS Expo as well, to be honest with you.
Endeavor 5183.
Alright, let's go ahead and start. The garbage. Start left. So little tip I do, guys, you'll never see it in the sim, but if my ITT is above 120, even though my N2 might be 20%, I can't add fuel till this ITT is below 120 on the ground. So if it's above 120, my hand does this, and I'll hold it here until until it's below 120, and then I'd reach down and add the fuel. And your hand stays here in case of a hot or hung start, and you can kill it right away. I've flown to LaGuardia as a passenger on everything from a SAB 348 757, their starter cutout. Stop that clock. And probably have hundreds of takeoffs and landings there. I probably can count on that one hand the number of butters. Yeah, there's not many. You just got to get it down. If I make it to Expo, I'll probably take the 220 Delta. Yeah, that livery, the Delta livery on the 220 looks really nice, in my opinion. And as I press the electric page, we'll make sure that the APU has been disconnected from the buses there, and the engines have taken over. We'll press stat or electrical market time for the DC system, which is all good. We'll press stat. We'll turn off the APU. Turn off the aft cargo. Turn on the aft cargo. Turn on the probes. And we're gonna check our rudder. This would be obviously a captain part for checking the rudder. Full left. Full right. Stat page. Steering on, and we're ready to taxi. I want to jump in here. We'll get a taxi clearance. It's probably going to be Alpha or Delta Romeo, Alpha Mike or something like that. Alpha Hotel.
JetBlue 525 already gave you a taxi. I'm not sure why you aren't hearing my transmissions. Your airline would typically park at Terminal 3 since you're not Star Line. Did you still want to go to Terminal 1 or would you like Terminal 3 instead?
My screw kind of fell out here, so this throttle looks a bit weird. But I'll fix that later on.
Delta 557, turn left direct Myrna on cars.
Alright, let me get focused. I'm going to cut in. Oh, I just heard him click the mic, so I came off of it. Really appreciate all you guys stopping in the vertical stream. Be sure to chat. I'm watching both chats. If you chat in the vertical stream, I'll be able to see it as well, and press that like button. Ground Jazz 996, ready taxi.
Jazz 996, runway 23, it's Bravo, altimeter 2978, taxi via Delta Romeo, Delta Alpha Hotel.
Delta Romeo, Alpha Hotel, and that's 2978 Jazz 996, thanks. Okay, park and break off. The airplane's gonna start to roll. Notice it just smoothly starts to roll. We're gonna have a tiny bit of thrust and a lot of right turn.
Cam 466, Kepler 3 bump transition, flight plan route 23 squawk 3205.
Ken 466, read back correct, Datus Bravo, push and start your discretion, call for taxi.
I heard Delta Romeo Delta Alpha Hotel.
Terminal Dev 998 with Bravo, ready taxi.
Jazz 998, runway 23, this is Bravo, altimeter 2978, taxi Delta Romeo, Delta Alpha Hotel, follow the company.
Delta Romeo, Delta Alpha Hotel.
So I did hear correctly. This is Delta Romeo. Or take the right turn on Delta. Give you guys a taxi diagram here. So we're just exiting on Delta Romeo now. Take that right turn on Delta, right turn on Alpha. I got everyone going to LaGuardia. It's gonna be a mess.
Clear to LaGuardia Airport by the Captain 3 departure, bump and transition, flight plan route. Depart runway 23, squawk 7352.
Go to LaGuardia Airport, get a Captain 3 departure, bump transition, flight plan route, runway 23, squawk 7352.
This controller's doing a good job too.
United 1874, turn left heading 270.
Notice though, you don't have to touch the thrust. Keep it at idle.
Clear to intercept and clear to ILS 245. United 1874.
Delta 557 for higher.
Kind of a weird real life. They actually take it inside the apron here, and you exit Alpha Mike and go Alpha like that.
Endeavor 5208, reach back is correct. Push inside your discretion. Call for taxi. It is Bravo.
Fly back to straight.
Airport to call 258. Report everyone this frequency. Wind 1704. Clear for takeoff. Runway 23. Call your airport.
Same with DCA. Got to get down. 100%. Yeah, that airport's super. The runways are super short.
Air Canada 789. Welcome to
Whoop.
Toronto. Vacate right maneuver. Cross runway 248. Join Delta.
Bravo across 24 right. Join Delta. Air Canada 789.
The last station calling Toronto departure is I believe your microphone is turned off.
Jazz 982, radio check.
Oh yeah, welcome. Opinions on flying into LaGuardia IRL. The first few times you go, before you're used to the layout and you're used to all the runways and how fast they are, it's a bit overwhelming. I will say having a bit of local knowledge of runways and certain approaches and all that kind of homework you can do makes it a little easier to focus on the radios. They've kind of streamlined the process. It's actually a lot easier now. I probably should turn the taxi light on. It used to be a bit more difficult with getting a gate and all that kind of stuff, but they've kind of streamlined for my company. But it's just like any airport.
Line up 23.
Do what you know, and you'll do just fine. If you're not sure of a clearance, ask about it. They're actually very helpful in LaGuardia. More than I thought they'd be.
Clear to land.
Midway is another one where you just have to get it down. I've never been to Midway, actually. I've never even seen the air runways. They're probably pretty short, though, I imagine. Blue Canada CRJ from Jacksonville to YYZ back in 2015 before AC disconnect. Yeah, now they do it on the Embraer. Let's go ahead and set up the next frequency. It's going to be Toronto Center, which is 125.775. I'm going to do this on my radio stack, 25.775. Put that up in there so it's ready to go.
Air Canada 78980 preference on the gate.
We can go a little bit quicker here. Got a line of RJs. Mr. Simple Takeoff is also live, by the way, guys. Simple Takeoff is flare, so he's probably going to be at a gate 20, or gate terminal 3 is what I meant to say.
Cross runway 33 right.
Air Canada 789 after Alpha Lima.
After Alpha Lima.
Air Canada 271, report airborne this frequency, wind 1604, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23, call when airborne.
All right, once we get on this little, once we do this little ziggy zag and do our straight here, we're going to do our before takeoffs.
Airport School 258, you're on the departure.
Biggest thing I've ever seen coming into LaGuardia was the Elton 11. That's insane. That's really cool to see. I would have loved to see the Concorde go into Kaitak. That would have been another really cool one to see, or St. Martin as well.
5183, short off, thank you, taxi. 5183.
Entering LaGuardia is my favorite because it's home, but always cool getting pilot's perspective. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just, it's a little overwhelming when you first get there, but yes, version 2.1 is live, JJ. You can download it if you have the Airsoft shop. The rest of them are still updating their shops. Like Contrail and stuff still is still being updated. Let's go ahead and go flap 8. Get the manual cross flow. Go ahead and check our flight controls here.
You're gonna have 2 more aircraft to give way to. There are 2 RJs left right now.
He's right there. This is actually very realistic when they make them make the Endeavor wait. full left, full right, full down, full up. Runway 23 on the Kepta 3, heading of 237, 1100 feet, right turn 245 with a heading of 237 set.
Air Canada 271.
Stop altitude 5000, engine up 100 to 1570, DME 6.2, it's a left turn 200.
Air Canada 271, Toronto departure is identified, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Air Canada 271.
Gotta wait, I'm on contrail. Yeah, it shouldn't be too long for contrail, I imagine. By the way, guys, if you haven't bought the CRJ, you can always use my contrail discount code. It'll give you, I think it's already on sale, but you might be able to get an additional 10% off. And all you guys in the mobile stream and the vertical stream, if you guys can go ahead and double tap your screen, and that'll like the stream currently. I'd really appreciate that as well. And subscribe. Got a subscriber count and going in there at the bottom right. We've actually gained about 10 subscribers already, which is already insane. We're close to 6,100. Maybe we can hit it today. We need 18 more subscribers, and we're at 6,100. When we eventually hopefully hit 10,000, we're going to do another giveaway. We did a giveaway. We did about a $200 giveaway at 5,000. We'll probably do another $200 at 10,000. Unless you guys actually want like an object, like an airplane or something like that. Like give away a bluebird or something. There's usually a UPS MD-11 parked right there. Sometimes a WestJet cargo as well.
Air Canada 271, turn right, turn to aft on course.
We're going to start slowing down for this turn here.
Direct on.
I like to take turns at least 12, but 10 or lower is nicer.
Cross runway 24 right, turn right on Delta, cross runway 33 right.
Cross runway 24 right, then Delta to cross 33 right. United 1874.
And 1874, roger, and any preference on the gate this evening?
Hey, we got other subscribers. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that, my friend.
Let's head on over to...
Hope you're enjoying the CRJ content. If you own the CRJ, I hope you enjoy the new update. And if you don't own it, maybe this video will help you make your decision up.
Delta Alpha Alpha Lima, thanks for the help. United 1874.
He's probably giving me a lineup and wait, I imagine, or something. My weather even turned on?
689, ready for taxi.
There we go.
3 Jazz 982, roughly 910.
You meant Jazz 982, correct, right?
Yeah, Jazz 982, sorry, we said it.
Nice stream, thanks, AvGeek. Plane spotter. Appreciate you.
Jazz 982, no problem. Runway 23, it's Bravo, altimeter 297.
We have a horizontal stream as well, AvGeek, if you want to watch it horizontally on a TV or something. But if you want to stick to the vertical, that's why there's two.
Jazz 996, report everyone this frequency with 1404, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear takeoff 23, report airborne Jazz 996. Alright, clear takeoff, landing light come on, and strobe lights come on as we're entering the active. We'd ding the flight attendants already. Go ahead and press the stat button. And we'll go ahead and box those messages. Once we're on the runway, we're going to go ahead and press our toga buttons. And we'll go a little bit of thrust and a nice big turn. You don't need thrust in real life, but in the sim you do. Alright, toga. TOTO, takeoff for Figs OTA, and 2-3 is verified out the window. Let's get going. And stable at 75, set thrust. Now as an FO, my hand would come off. But as a captain in the sim, technically, for a reject, my hand has to be here. We're past 45 knots, and in the sim, my rudder is severely dampened now, and I can put really nice pressures in. 80 knots is checked. A lot of talking on the frequency.
Departure Endeavour 5208 with Bravo.
Endeavour 5208, runway 23, this is Bravo, altimeter 2978, taxi.
V1, rotate.
Alpha Hotel. Tango Alpha Hotel, runway 23.
Gear up.
258 for higher contact center 125.
Speed mode. Climb 158. Nav mode. heading, FMS1 armed.
Center 12577, good night.
My yoke is breaking a little bit here. FMS2 is captured, I should have said, not FMS21. Alright, we'll engage the autopilot.
7055, do you see us now? Canada 7055, I do. You wanted clearance, you said?
Once we're above 1570, we're going to accelerate. Alright, let's go ahead and scroll our speed knob up here just above VT.
Canada 7055, Roger, clear to the Cleveland.
Now, I guarantee he's going to contact me before I contact him, but in real life, we get nicely configured and then we contact him. Flap 1. Usually we contact around 3,000-ish feet.
Live V3 Erie transition. Block 6547 at
Flap 0. Okay, we're just hitting VT now.
Canada 7055, read back.
Climb thrust, and we'll accelerate 250. Departure Jazz 996, 2,000, correction 3,000, climbing 5,000.
Jazz 996, Toronto departure is identified, climb by level 230.
230, Jazz 996. Alright, let's scroll to 230. And, let's do this properly. 230 is confirmed. We haven't been get clearance to turn anywhere, so we're just going to stay on this 245 heading that the SID has us depart on. Looking good. These throttles are really nice for this airplane.
Turn left direct saver on course.
Left dark saver, Jazz 996. Alright, saver. Saver, over saver there. We'll execute that. I'm doing it on the left side here. Execute. We're already in FMS2. The airplane's going to start turning. I might give it one more because it's going to try to chase that. That's not exactly real how it makes the directs, but good enough.
08 runway 23, Aegis Bravo, altimeter 2978, taxi via Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel.
Yeah, and it's building a direct kind of really far away. That's kind of interesting as well.
Turn left direct or right come.
996 direct right come.
Jazz 998, report everyone this frequency, 150, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear takeoff T3, we'll call your one.
Yeah, I don't know why it's making these. I don't know why it's making these waypoints so far ahead of the airplane right now.
And Toronto arrival 10-4, 66 right of taxi.
460.
Yeah. Anyways,
Runway 23, Aegis Bravo.
press FMS2 now.
Taxi via Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel, give way to a Jazz RJ, left to right on Alpha.
She just lifts off smoothly into the air. That's it.
Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel.
Go manual because I don't want to zigzag here. This is a bug. The airplane shouldn't be making a direct that far away from you.
Flare 208, give way to the Jazz RJ, left to right on Alpha.
That looks a little better.
And number 5183, line up runway 23.
Line up 23 under 5183.
There we go. Let's put the autopilot back on. You just gotta watch that a little bit. It's not quite like that in real life. It gives it a little bit of time to capture, but not that much time. Like I don't know why it's turning right. All right, we're gonna go flight director off. Flight director off. Speed mode, climb 250.
Squawk 0300 for Air Canada 2238.
And roll nav. Never actually had this big of a problem with this. We'll engage the autopilot once again. All right. Through 10,000 feet, we'll go vertical speed, and we're going to accelerate to, let's do a 320 knot climb. We're going to get really fast so the people behind us can have a little bit of time. Taxi light can come off. Those are already off. Seatbelts, this should be nice. We'll go auto. And we're looking okay. Pressurizing nicely. Lights pressure belts through 10. So we're just going to accelerate up to 320 knots. This is more of a fast climb. Usually we climb at 280, but because there's so many people behind us, I want to get away quickly. You excited for the A220? I saw some videos. Yeah, the 220 looked really awesome. I had a chat with the devs, and they're young kids, honestly, man. But they sound like they know what they're doing. It looked really cool, and I was helping Owls film some footage for it, and it looked. 2577 Jazz 996. Have a good night. It looked pretty sweet. 3, 2, 1. Center good day, Jazz 996, 14,000, climbing 23. Correction flight level 230. This guy's hard to hear. We're at 6,087, guys. We're coming up on that 6,100 mark. Let me scroll up in the chat as I probably missed a few here. Dom, hey, welcome. Sorry, I missed your comment there in the takeoff. Def flying the CRJ MSP. What would be coolest is all of us grouped MSP and Flight Sim Gaming simple. Yeah, Flight Sim Gaming told me that when they announce it, he's gonna book the trip. Hey Siri, text Lonnie. You gotta book your trip next year, Minneapolis, June 12th. See you there. All right, we'll send that off. There's your proof. Now it's not my fault anymore. Let's watch my speed here before that happens. As I said, I'm in chill mode. We're just sending messages here. So we'll go back to 320. There we go. Increase the vertical speed a little bit. And we're gonna press speed mode now. Oh, so close. We'll dial back. 321. 320. So a 320 knot climb, what you have to really watch out for is this airplane will automatically switch you from IAS to Mach numbers, only passing 31,600 feet. So even though we'll hit Mach 7.77 below 31,000 feet because we're so much faster, it's not going to switch. So this will lead you to overspeeding. So once the altitude starts to get into the 20s, the mid 20s, you really got to pay attention. Once this changes to Mach, once 320 equals Mach 0.77, notice our Mach is increasing currently as we're holding this indicated airspeed because we're getting into thinner air and colder air. Once 320 equals 77, I'm going to click this button in the middle here. Anyways, they're having a fun. Anyway, I'm gonna click that middle button, and that's gonna change IS to Mach. Transition 992. Okay. 1987, Jazz 996. Have a good night. Cleveland Center. There's a million Cleveland Centers in real life when you fly this route. There's so many of them. Cleveland Center, Jazz 996, 190, climbing flight level 230.
Jazz 996, Cleveland Center, low. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Tris Kadek, welcome. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Don't buy it on the marketplace, and they said you'll wait for updates, bought it on Contrail last sale, and waiting for updates. Yeah, but marketplace waiting for updates and Contrail waiting for updates are two different things. Marketplace, who knows when that's going to come. Lewis, born and raised in Bronx, New York, had a LaGuardia with 19 minutes away. Used a plane spot from 21st floor building, and I lived on the 16th floor. They just flew right over me in LaGuardia. It's Fave 1 for me too. That sounds pretty cool. That's sweet. You guys have all these plane spotting spots. Especially if you can get some elevation on it.
Yeah, 2540 Cleveland Center.
Dom, depth flying on the RJ. Oh, I read that one already. Oh, sorry. I'll read it again. Depth flying on the RJ Minneapolis. Oh yeah. So I don't know if you heard Dom, but I sent him that message. Yeah. No worries. Cool. I see you typing there. In case there's no stream tomorrow, happy Canada Day. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, probably most likely won't be a stream tomorrow, but you never know. Anything's possible. We got 70 viewers. 70 viewers on the vertical stream with only 13 likes. So I'm not that great at math, but something's not adding up over there. Same on the horizontal. Got 38 viewers with 13 likes. You guys just hit that like button for me. That would kind of push the channel out to everybody else. I would really appreciate that.
966 air is heavy to extreme precipitation from your 9 o'clock to your...
Yeah, starting to see it there.
Lasting for 33 miles before you need deviation right.
Yeah, that's standby. We'll get back to you on that, Jazz 996. Thanks. This is where a weather radar would actually be helpful, but maybe it probably doesn't work.
I've seen it before, and it just kind of paints random stuff. We're alts capping at 23,000.
Delta 557 areas of extreme precipitation starting approximately 8 to 10 miles left, 50 miles from your 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll go right.
2 o'clock parking deviation left.
We'll take a heading south. And Center Jazz 996, you'd like a heading right turn deviations, please, south if possible.
Jazz 996, right turn, 20, right 20 degrees check.
Okay, only right 20, Jazz 996, thanks. I need more than that. I'll ask for that later, though. Heading mode, right turn 140. That should get away from that guy. It's actually easier in real life to... Holy...
Report when able, direct Avon.
Alright, direct Avon when able, will report Jazz 996, thank you. This is what I've been doing all week in real life, just zigzagging around these guys.
Jazz 998, 18-2, climbing 23.
Flight Sim Gaming, here's a man himself. Lonnie, we're just talking about you, and my Siri message didn't go through, but you gotta book your tickets, my friend. You gotta get on that.
998, Cleveland Center, low.
That's not for me. You gotta get Flight Sim Expo next year all booked up. We gotta get simple takeoff.
Jazz
We gotta get
996, climb 18, file 350.
350, Jazz 996. We gotta get Flight Streamer.
998, climb 18, file 350.
We have to get we gotta get simple takeoff. We gotta get Skymaster. 350 is confirmed. Speed mode climb to 20. We're just gonna slowly increase our thrust. You can see through that, so these storms are quite low. We'll be able to get above it. So in order to get above it, I'm going to
Jazz 998, areas of heavy extreme precipitation.
go ahead and climb at 280. No sense in doing 320 up here.
Starting approximately 10 miles left.
Just climb 280 is set. So we'll get look at that climb performance. Good luck, Lonnie, in your Embraer, my friend. If you get an overnight in LaGuardia, you need to check out some of the spotting. Of course, if you just turn on, we stay. I'll read that in a second, but we stay that little tiny island. Skate Dog in the vertical stream. Hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. I forget what the island's called, but it had one of the first like smallpox hospitals on it. That's where we stay in that kind of area. Us Canadians are going to take over. Tickets available? Tickets no, but your flights are available. And if the sooner you buy those, the better for you. It's Center Jazz 996, expecting another 30 miles this course. We can go direct Avon.
Jazz 996, Roger.
So this looks pretty turbulent. If it gets really turbulent, our max penetration airspeed for that kind of stuff is 280 knots and or below 0.75. So we're still on heading mode, and that's okay. We're just going to go around that guy right there. That's where we're going around. We're probably going to be above it, to be honest, but rather safe than sorry. Might have hail in it, you never know. Not really this time of year, though. It's not hot enough for that kind of stuff, though. Roosevelt Island, that's the one. Oh, good. I got a link out of Buff for cheap. Nice. Buffalo, just go direct.
Apologies, I was not hearing the notification sound for it.
Toronto Mini's direct. I don't know how cheap it gets or how expensive it is, but it's probably, if you book now, about $300-400, I'd imagine. No. Hope they don't make you stay at Ricker's. No, I don't even know what that is. We need 11 subscribers, and then we're at 6,100. We've gained a lot of subs today, guys. I really appreciate that. Five Snipes, welcome as well. A little bit more, guys, and then we're going to take this left turn and just kind of go on that way. We're just going to get around these cells. Sometimes at nighttime, the ATC can see the storms better than our little puny radar can, and they'll advise us of this kind of stuff as well.
JetBlue 1303, contact Indy Center 128.22.
128.22, JetBlue 1303. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Rikers the city jail that you fly past in short final. Oh, okay, yeah, no, we don't say there. $80 and gets me return like 45 minutes from Niagara, so I don't mind for 80. Yeah, that's actually really good.
996 when able, clear direct Avon.
Our direct Avon, we're just about to call you, Jazz 996, thanks. Direct Avon. FMS2 is captured.
350. Areas of heavy to extreme precipitation from your 12 o'clock, for your 10 o'clock to your 12 o'clock, last approximately 1 5.
Notorious for being one of the worst jails in the country. Ugh. I've only heard of Alcatraz and San Quentin? San Quentin? I think it's San Quentin. San Quentin. Alright, well, I'll be... I know as soon as I step away without asking, he's going to tell me to add, like, a new frequency for you. But I'm just going to go get my wallet. That should be pretty easy to get, and I'll be right back. And I can hear still. Hey, CFI, so how is 2.1? Did the devs incorporate a lot of changes you wanted to see? They incorporated a lot. There's some that I reported too late, so they didn't get added in here, but there was a lot of stuff. The flight model is the biggest portion of this. I don't know if you saw the change log that I posted in my chat. Go take a look at that. It's a massive list of stuff. Oh, Lonnie and Simple, if you guys are still here. Oh, by the way, guys, Simple Takeoff is streaming currently, so go check out Simple Takeoff's stream as well. He's flying along with us with Flair Airlines, so he's probably delayed. But no, I'm just joking. But go check out his stream as well.
Sir 5208, please on center. Hello, climb maintain follow 310.
Notice how as soon as we hit 30,000, this is very realistic before we've changed over to Mach. Notice how the vertical speed is going to start changing from 1,200 feet a minute, 400 feet a minute, 1,200 feet a minute, and it just kind of does this wobble. That's very realistic, and sometimes the heavier you get as well, you'll be barely climbing up here. A usual time to climb from 0 to 35 is about 23 minutes in real life. So we've dialed, not we, I've given them the numbers to hit. Gravel has dialed this in pretty bang on for you guys. F1 is May next year, a bit earlier than usual. Expo would be a go for me, 100%. Awesome, perfect. Dude, book, yeah, get all that stuff. Honestly, when I was at the event, I loved the people I met, and I was having a great time, but I was like, damn, I wish Lonnie was here, and I wish Arian was here. We can go chill and stuff, and maybe I can even bring Justin along and stuff. You can that it.
996 on at Boston Center, 134.7 p.m.
34.7, Jazz 996. Have a good night. That'd be a pretty interesting event. I'd like Justin to check out the Skolarski and see what he thinks about it.
I got you. Mach 28 Boston Center.
Left YYZ, Rush fans, yeah. 6,091 subs. You guys are killing with the subscribers today. We were at 630 when I woke up this morning in Providence. There's climb 77. Let's probably start setting my approach here. Center good day, Jazz 996 320, climbing 350.
Jazz 966 Boston Center.
I said 956, but that's fine. He probably meant me. In real life, I would check, but I'm not too crazy right now. LaGuardia is advertising a ILS runway 22, which is pretty easy approach actually. It's basically just straight in. The runway is short though. You got to keep that in mind. So we're gonna start getting set up for that here shortly. Here. The weather in LaGuardia is, let's see here. Light wind from the west. That's VFR. That's beautiful. 2992. It's standard in LaGuardia. Interesting. Well, with that, let's start. I guess we'll leave it a bit. We have a bit of time. I want to leave the approach up just for a little bit, just so we're level. We got 17 likes in the horizontal stream and 14 likes in the vertical stream. If you guys just double tap your screen in that vertical stream, if everybody can double tap their screen, I would really appreciate that.
Blue 2040, contact Boston approach 133.0.
We have a whole line of RJs and other planes all coming to LaGuardia. That's pretty cool. Let's turn actually so you guys can see here. Track up and VATSIM traffic. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a guy there? Yeah, there's a guy there. 5.
Delta 2056.
6. No way this guy's coming. 7? No way. How many guys are flying with me tonight? That's insane. Oh, I appreciate you guys all stopping out. I'll get the I'll get you guys all on VATSIM, so I'll actually park at the gate. 34 for 35. I'm gonna plug the approach in, guys, just because it's not gonna give me a fuel. It's not gonna give me a fuel. Predicted fuel, so it's kind of bugged right now, it seems, on this flight at least. So departure arrival, we're already doing the HARP 4, it'll be ILS 22, it'll be via vectors, we'll execute that, and we're going to connect Oodle to the next because for some reason it doesn't like that. There we go, we'll execute that. So we're going over to RKA. And we'll brief all this in a second. Let's press nav mode. And just for safe measure, RKA, execute that. Alright. So now that I have a predicted landing fuel here, which should be given to me, Alts cap, should be given to me even without an approach plugged in, but we're predicting 5100. They want us cruising today at Mach 0.74, so I'm going to scroll my speed back to 7.4. We can reduce a little bit of thrust. Awesome. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, landing weight. So perf, should be using this. We're at 65,440. So clear that. 65,440 plus 5,100 is 70,500, so it'd be a 71 card. 7550. KLGA. Check our speed. Slowly coming down. Runway 22. Refresh the METAR. It's going to be no reverser as it's non-contaminated. We're still going to use idle reverse, but we do our calculation without reverse included. No gusts, so just VREF. Nothing, no VREF plus nothing. There's no gusts. Did you say Air Canada 996? No, we're still in VATSIM control. Using 3,100 to 3,200 feet out of 7,200, so we would come down here to the HCP. The pilot monitoring would do this. The length would be 7,002. Elevation of 13 feet. You check the chart for that. That should be VMC. There we go. Doesn't really work in the sim, so I don't bother too much. There's Mach 0.74. We're going to add a little bit of thrust, and we're looking for roughly about 1,800 pounds per hour, something like that, somewhere in the ballpark. And you're just looking until the speed trend goes away. We're slowly accelerating, so I'm going to dial back my power just a little bit. Okay, looks pretty good. Look at that time to climb, about 20, probably 22 when we made it up here, 22, 23. Bang on. What do you guys say in the chat here? Adam, hey, welcome. You working Saturday afternoon? I may be able to squeeze in Callie's lunch. This Saturday coming up, I'm not working. I'm actually, I'll be home. I believe they fixed the Wasm crashes in 2024. Just flew. Yep, no Wasm. I've never had one at all. Yeah, after the 2.0. The beta's been great. But yeah, let me know, Lonnie. We'll definitely do something if you're around. Meanwhile, I'm Random 77 from Newark. Nice. 5 CRJs, a 737, and a CL60. That's what it is, man. The old Lonnie, they're coming out with a plane. I forget who makes it, but Contrail, the owner Lars there showed me the Falcon 550, I think it was. That thing was really cool. I liked that. You might like it too. Probably would have flown the MD-11 into LaGuardia if I was available. Yeah, the MD would be. They never bring MDs there, but that'd be an interesting approach to watch. Adam said, well, I flew yesterday before the update and Wasm crashed every 2 flights, and now I have none. So yeah, there's something fixed with the new one here with 2.1 for sure. All right, so that's all been set up. Let's go back here. We'll set our V2. Set our V2. Go around. We'll set our VT. They're calling for a VR for 142. It would realistically be about 137. Aye, calm down.
730 cross Bayes, you had to maintain 8,000. LaGuardia, altimeter 290 magnitude. Bayes 8,000 to that
Got 1105.
730 on closing at New York approach stop line, ready to service terminated for change crew.
If you guys didn't know, you can type in the identifier
996 line closing, no further ATC available, ready to service terminated for change crew.
22. Have a good night, Jazz 996.
Northwest 9.
You can type in IURD and it puts up the freak. It changes the ident, which is wrong. But alright, we're not gonna. Okay, I shouldn't be on the. Oh, whatever. We'll listen to the emergency frequency. I don't want to listen to ATIS's. I'm gonna go to the legs page real quick here, and I'm gonna put in Bayes at 8, which is on our expect. All right, so let's go through this approach here together. I'm just going to execute Bayes 8 just so I get some sort of a VNAV idea here. Bayes at 8 needs 1,800 feet per minute, so we're looking pretty good. We're going to wait till that says about 2,500, 27. So let's go through this approach like we would in real life. So let me bring up the... you guys as pilot monitoring... you guys as pilot flying would read the chart, and the pilot monitoring would have set this up and would read this out to you. So I'd say we're starting the Harp 4 arrival via the RKA VOR. Then it's Peter, Cypher, Teresa, and you'd be following along with your own chart here. I have to move obviously for you there. IGN, Valerie, Bayes expect at 8,000, Harp, Clare, then LaGuardia VOR. Then it's vectored off for the ILS 22 left with the discount, starting at Yeoman. It's Yeoman 3000, then Greco Pathcross 1900. Runway 22 is going to be a ref of 137, and the missed approach is heading of 224, 430 feet direct proud, holding it proud 205 and /3. Oh, it's in the wrong thing. Well, I'll just put it at the bottom one. 205 knots, 3000. Confirm. Execute that. Sweet. That's all plugged in and ready to go as well. I've noticed in V2.1 the VNAV is just kind of busted nowadays. I'm going to put a 4.0 descent path. Not VNAV coupled, but the advisor VNAV should be popping this up here. So I'm going to request a 4.0 over Bayes. We'll execute that. Actually, we got a tailwind. I'll probably do a 3.7. There we go. Execute that. That'll move the top of descent a little bit. VNAV, next page, 3.7. There you go. Moved it just a little bit there. So because we're here and there's no one talking to us, we're just going to set an 8,000 feet, as that's going to be our expect. And again, guys, the descent profile for the CRJ is negative 3,000, so down, nose down, 3,000 feet per minute. Idle thrust. So we're looking at 2,100 feet per minute, so we're still looking pretty good. I'll get you back to your comments here. Hello, hey Stephen B. Welcome, welcome, welcome. They used to bring MDs in there. That's insane. Let's see, we're entering some cloud. It's minus 43 in the SAT, so there's no icing. No anti-icing required. That's good to hear. As Dominic says, also going spotting tomorrow afternoon if it's not too hot. If you go spotting on, oh, actually no, never mind. I fly at midnight. Just disregard. Adam says, hey, CFI, how many flights do you usually do in a day? Usually 3 or 4. Very rarely 5. Man, that's a lot of amazing QOL changes. Oh, yeah, quality of life changes. I didn't see anything about the hydraulic depressuring too quickly. Any word on that? Nah, it's not really their priority. They did, however, change flap time and spoiler time in the flight model and all that kind of stuff, though. Greetings from fellow Com Air dude. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope your night's going well, my friend. I've seen you a bunch of times in here. Also, I've been scouring your channel to find what you use for your rudder pedals. I haven't found yet. I actually have a video, a review on it. I use the Wing Orion pedals. They're the greatest rudder pedal bang for the buck price that I've ever had. Make sure when you buy yours, you get the one with the damper. It's an extra like $50 and it's a bajillion% worth it. And what's really cool, a very quick rundown on the Wing is you have 3 different things you can do with it. You can do fixed wing flying, of course. You take out the spring with the dampener, and now you have helicopter flying, and the spring is a very quick, easy release. And then you put, then you can also lock the rudder pedals from moving left and right, and now you have a gas and brake if you want to do like some very just quick little truck sim if you don't want to buy pedals or move your pedals. So really, really good deal. Descent 0 feet per minute. Well, that's useful. It's not right, of course, because Basie's 2,500 feet per minute, so we're going to be starting down very quickly. I'm going to go get a drink. I don't know what I clicked. I'm going to go get a drink of water, and by the time I'm back, we're going to start descending. Alright guys, as I mentioned, the descent profile is 3,000 feet per minute. However, we're not going to start when it says 3,000 feet per minute, because if we do that, we're never going to be able to slow down. I'll give you guys a brief once we start our descent here as well. And then we'll be good to go. Sorry about that. Alright, it wants 27. We can start now. So we're going to press the vertical speed button, and we're going to dial that to 3,000 feet per minute. The airplane in the sim is a little aggressive with how... almost knocked off my my PUR Korea panel there. It's a little aggressive with how fast it starts to pitch down. Alright, so with that being done, we're just going to set our heading indicator there. And notice the airplane does not decelerate as much anymore. And as we get into the thicker air, into 25s, 27s, we're going to start accelerating, most likely as well. I'll kind of leave it zoomed in here so you can see. And then we'll talk about the chart that's in the right side of your screen and bottom right for the vertical users there. Well, anyways, let's give you the Harp 4 arrival via RKA. We're direct Peter currently. Basie cross at 8 is expected for jets, and then it's going to be probably our own vectors, I imagine, into which will be basically Harp straight into ILS 22. It'll be a visual backed up by the ILS on runway 22, page 11-5. We got the lokes tuned, and because it's the visual, I don't really have to brief all that much. I can give you guys a visual brief. So all I have to say, it's a visual backed up by ILS runway 22. The missed approach is going to be 3,000 feet outbound, radial 225 on the LaGuardia VOR to Proud. Intercept DME 11 LaGuardia and hold. Continue climb to 3,000 feet. And the hold is a standard hold. In the event of misapproach, either person can call ground, including ATC, and I will select toga button, toga thrust, we'll call flat bake, gear up, speed mode, heading mode, we'll engage yaw pilot through 600 feet. If they want us in the published mist, white needles nav available, nav mode. And around 1,000 feet, actually 1,100 feet, retract flaps, climb thrust, and we'll do the after takeoff checklist. 3-degree slope, Pappy's right side. We're working with 7,000 feet, so no No floating on this one. We're probably gonna exit Yankee, most likely. Left on Yankee. It'll be Bravo, Echo, Alpha, and spot 8 to gate 52, somewhere in there. Questions, comments, concerns? Awesome. So it's switched over to indicated. I'm just gonna speed this guy up. It'll do it itself eventually, but I'm just gonna get there a bit quicker. See if I can go back to 122.8 now. Nope. Who has 122.8? Alright, well, I'll just put the CTAF frequency up. We'll go back to idle thrust. Not CTAF. LGA. 18.7 they say. Alright. Cool. We're a bit of haze here. It is icing conditions. Oh, my sim is not liking what I just flew through. There we go. Back in action. Let me get my flight recorder started, and then I'm going to go back to the comments, guys. Sorry, it's a little busy in the CRJ, as you guys know. A lot of stuff you got to be thinking about. Doesn't hold your hand like the Embraer. I just do that for Lonnie. JBS back in the day was flooded with DC-10s, L-1011s, a few MD-11s before the heavies left. That's crazy to me. That's pretty cool if you got to see those. I know you did MSS 2020, but do you know how to get reverse thrust in 24? Because right now I overheat brakes. This is 2024. I mapped reverse toggle, I believe. I believe that's what I mapped on the honeycomb. We got to hit up Zets at some point since I'm officially done school. I got more time on weekends since I start work and end of this week. Perfect. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I'm working and doing a 4-day. But I come back for I come back on Saturday. And I got my 6-month check coming up, which I'm not looking forward to. We are 5 subscribers away, guys, from 6,100. That means we gained like 60 subs today, or 70 subs actually. 28 is a random Matus up and down the East Coast MS Fest. It's so annoying. That is pretty annoying. Notice how we're getting through the 20s now, and this airplane is just kind of getting away from us, and that's what happens in real life. It just starts to accelerate. So we're doing pretty good. Notice also that because we started when it said 2,700 and we started out at 3, notice this number is less. I'm going to keep 3,000 until this is around 1,200 or so, and then this usually happens around, when this is 1,200 feet, is usually around 12,000 feet, so we call it 12 to 12. And I can just set my vertical speed, match it up with this, and decelerate all at the same time and make that waypoint restriction. It works like magic. It's a little fun game you can play in the CRJ. A little bit of TLAR required. That looks about right to make it work. We're 3 subscribers away. We just gained 2 subs when I was talking right there. Really appreciate that. Playsim said I should try flying in no auto throttle. Yeah, you can do that. You can just take the RJ and you'll be forced to fly in no auto throttle. I think Lonnie, I really think you'll like this new flight model. Even though you don't like maybe the systems or anything, just give it a circuit. I just want you to feel it and see what you think. Wide body significantly designed to land at LaGuardia. The last heavy at LaGuardia was Ruse 76. That's crazy. August 2019. That's insane. I bet we can plan something on whatever weekend you're free. Yeah, for sure. Adam, oh, your stream says 2020. Yeah, I have my the hashtag. I should probably change that. 2024. There we go. Alright, well, it's transition, but it's still 2992, so we'll just kind of wiggle this back and forward back in 2992. Ease a mud side starts. Notice we're still accelerating. That's how the CRJ works. If I go max spoiler, it does basically nothing. And that's how this airplane flies. The spoilers are pretty useless. I'm very impressed with Gravel, how he was able to interpret all my 1,000-word essays to him of what the airplane should do. Tiny boards, exactly. Yeah, I'll give you guys a little picture here how small these spoilers are. about the size of your probably 2 forearms and call it a day. It's not much of a barn door. Coming up on 14,000 feet. To reach the waypoint Basie requires 1200. Hey, that actually works now. So you know what? Let's just map 1200 right now. And then we will just, I'll just have to add a bit of thrust just to keep us somewhat above 250 for now. Feels like the same size of your average glider. Yeah, basically. They just said, yeah, this will work. They probably shipped the CRJ 200 ones and stuck them on. We'll do 1,000 feet per minute. A little bit extra thrust in there. I'm tempted to do the Expressway Viz and the MD-11. Yeah, man. Go for it. I'll do it with you. It's doable. You just gotta be the right weight. Of course, by 2019, they just sent a Rouge 76 instead of trying to send AC metal. Yeah. I mean, the pilots are all Air Canada. I don't know if you knew that. It's all one contract for their pilots. Flight attendants are separate, though. I thought I just locked my rudder pedals, so I did not. I did not. We'll set 250. We're coming up on 10,000 feet. So when I asked my students, did you look before you turned? I did not. 7 Purple, hey, welcome. So you are saying that the spoilers IRL are just as useless as they're modeled in the sim? Yes. Before they were way too good. This airplane before, first of all, decelerated too easily, and the spoilers worked way too much. They have severely fixed that part now. Gotta get you guys chatting on the vertical stream. This is all horizontal stream. You vertical stream guys, if you want to join the chat on the horizontal, be sure to do that, or you know, start your own chat on the vertical stream. I can watch both streams at once, and if I can't, then Flight Sim Gaming will comment for me on the other one, and it's also Simple Takeoff is streaming with me as well. He's in the back somewhere, flying along with us. He is the flare. I wonder how far he got here. Please, please. Okay. Well, anyways, he's somewhere back there. Somewhere back there. I'll get rid of this navigaph for you. Alright, there's 12,000 feet, 1,000 a minute. I'm just going to select idle thrust. The airplane will just nicely decelerate down to 250 knots for me. 12 at 12 works quite well, as we call it. Little rule of thumb for you. Let me know how the audio is as well, if you guys can hear the game pretty well and all that. I'm not sure if they use AC call sign for it or Rouge call sign. Oh, I got an auto ATC. Yep, go away. FA said we are flying Rouge. The gate agent said we're flying Air Canada. None of us cared. Yeah, it's one big mess there. So to make Basie at 8 wants 900, I'll match it up. You know, I'm actually going to do 800 because as we slow down, this is going to start to reduce as well. Probably going to run Jazz YYZ-LGA. That's a pretty cool one. Did you get the new update, Dom, or it's probably not out yet, is it? Let's see if I can find Flare. Here's Endeavor. I mean, Flare's probably... Oh, wow. Simple Takeoff is quite far behind. We have a lot of airplanes. If you guys go on... Batsim Radar, we have a lot of airplanes following us. That morning I got a text. Look at that. 10,800. A little bit of thrust for 250. Worked out pretty well. I got a text my flight was going to be canceled. An hour later I got a text with a new boarding and press and... Sorry. An hour later, I get a text with a new boarding pass, and when I saw it was a K, C, I knew something was up. Yeah, you're like, I know those RJs don't have Ks. What's going on here? PVD grounds online? Of course they are. 2 more subscribers, guys, and we will meet 6,100. Here comes 10,000 feet. We'll go the lights on, belts. Pressurization is depressurizing. We've got 2992 set. Landing with a 71 card. And that's completely off. Unless it's not calculating. Oh, it's not calculating. So that's a bug. Okay, so I found what the bug is. If you manually enter the fuel, it doesn't calculate. If you set payload and fuel and send to FMS, it calculates. So I'm going to report that as a bug now that I found that. Because I think they said it was fixed, but it's fixed only if you send it from the EFB, not if you manually type it in, which is what we do in real life. Six 7 or 320 any day? Yeah, it depends how old the 6.7 is. It's getting kind of late. Might as well throw the wings and wing inspection and logos on as well. Well, let's do 1200 a minute now. We'll go idle thrust. It's a bit cloudy, but it's 20 degrees on the skin, so we're okay. I don't know what airplanes you guys all like to fly, but I promise you, if you guys get either the PU Air Korea or Wing FMS, it makes flying these things so much more real, and also getting a real throttle to the airplane you fly, an Airbus one, whatever it may be. I think you guys will really enjoy if you pick up either a ProDesk Sim or Flight Sim Factory or the other one I think it's called Blackbird. Tailorize your setup towards the airplane you like to fly the most. I'm looking at getting the 727 one, and it makes flying so much more enjoyable. On the vertical stream, Pablo, hey, welcome. Change to missiles, Bravo. We want name 9 Bravo or name 120B. I'm Buster, fenced in, bandits on the nose. Distorted ×2, easterly, Fox 2, no, actually wait, Fox 3 ×2, defensive west. Anyways, there's my DCS lingo for you. I gotta get back into DCS. Alright, well, on my own vector, let's start getting down a little bit more. Go down to 3,000 feet, that's confirmed. Speed mode, descend 250. So, what they don't tell you guys in the sim is in real life, in LaGuardia, you never slow down from 250 unless they tell you to slow down from 250. I see everybody slowing down. You don't do that. Keep it going. Keep it going. You need to keep moving that airplane, especially in New York. Everything's kind of on a nice timing cycle. So we're just going to be coming up from the top of Yeoman up there to the top right corner. I didn't even set my MDA to its visual though, so we'll just get rid of the MDA there. Oh, it's not working. I can't get rid of it? Okay, I guess we'll set it. 212 equals 220 on the MDA. But they would have cleared us for a visual approach anyways. There we go. Add a little bit of thrust, and as I add thrust, I'm going to push this banana bar. See, it says 3,000 at Yeoman. It's going to do a bit of weird stuff, but I'm going to push it a little bit closer to Yeoman. It's going to come on back down there. I'm controlling my descent rate with power because it's descending for a certain airspeed, and my thrust controls how fast or steep it can descend. The more thrust, the less steep it can descend. More idle and boards, the more steep it can descend. That's a big Vasimism, slowing down way too early. Yeah, don't slow down. Keep going. I'm not going to slow down until I get probably right there. Like right here. We'll just go under 230 knots, flap 1, flap 8, under 220 knots, gear down, flap 20, and you'll slow right up in the CRJ. Not all airplanes do that, of course. So you might have to fix that what airplane you're flying, but they don't slow you down in LaGuardia till the last kind of couple seconds, unless they have a lot of people in front of you. And they got to control the conga line. I got to keep quick because there's a lot of guys behind me, so this is what pretty realistic what happened in real life here. But we're really far from Yeoman anyways. We still got another 49 minutes or 49 miles to go, which is 6 minutes. This is very realistic though. They get you this low all the time in LaGuardia. They always get you very low, very far away. They probably would have kept me at 5,000 for a little bit. But anyways, set our heading indicator. Course of 224 is set. Oh, the heading at least is set there. It looks great video, awesome streaming. Thanks, man. Thank you for commenting on the vertical stream, and I appreciate you being here. Glad you enjoy it. If you fly the CRJ, hopefully you have the new update and you're liking it. If not, then hopefully you update it wherever you bought it gets it ready for you to update. I think you'll enjoy it though. Appreciate you stopping by. Tomorrow, if I'm able to stream, probably won't be, but if I'm able to, it'll be the 727. I just fell in love with that plane. I just love it so much. So the next time I stream, it'll probably be the 727. Maybe the A320. I haven't been in that one in a long time. So we'll be press goers for a bit. Press go. Press takeoff. Press land. Why aren't you landing? Anyways, I'll stop making fun of Airbus. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of these lights going on here. Nothing crazy. I see it always in sim as well. Everyone's using these lights a little bit too aggressively. You just wanna dim them a bit, or brighten them up a little bit so you can kind of see. You want to keep your night vision outside as much as possible as well. 4,000 for 3,000. And it's looking pretty good on the descent, actually. We're to the here. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 996, 40 miles to the southeast. We're planning straight in ILS 22, LaGuardia. 3,000 feet. Are you commercial pilot? Yes, I fly the CRJ in real life. This is my baby bird here. Beautiful outside. Look at that. Alt cap 3,000. Let's do that roughly by sound. Let's see if I'm just roughly setting this by engine sound, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I'm holding out my speed right now. All right, I promise you I just did that by sound. Alt cap at 3. Gorgeous. Yeah, it's awesome, right? This is 2024. All right, let's go heading sync, heading mode. We're going to sequence the FMS, although we don't really need to, but 224. Execute that. Green needles. Course is wrong, of course. I've reported that many times. Green needles on this side. We're going to fix that with 224. There we go. The captain side is always set, but the first officer side is never set for some reason. We're going to press approach. There's Loc 2 captured, glide slope armed. And we're going to get under 230 knots, and we're going to start adding some flap. So just bring it to idle. We're just going to hold level till we intercept the glide slope. There's flap 1. We're going to slow to 180 or so. Flap 8. See, this airplane just drags up easily. I can get flap 20 and gear down right now if I wanted to. Right at 220, flap 20 gear, and gear down. Not even a problem. We'll go gear down now as we're half out above the glide slope there. It's the wrong sound. Anyways, we'll arm the reversers, and we'll throw all the landing lights on. We'll say we're clear to land. No spoilers required, guys. I actually need thrust, believe it or not. So I held 250 pretty much until a 12-mile final there. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 996, 10-mile final, runway 22, 3,000 on the glide slope. Glide slope captured. The visual approach will be stable by 500. Let's start my flight recorder here. It's a bit aggressive on how it captures that. We're 2 away, guys, from 6,100 subscribers as well. We've gained a tons of subs today, so I really appreciate you all stopping by and saying hi and subscribing. Show off? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. All right, we're going to go... Actually, the radar Tim doesn't even come alive, so we're going to hold off for the flap 20. There's no point to drag up right now. So that's a bug. I think because of Boris Audio Works, there is some audio bugs. We don't get the 2500, you don't get the autopilot noise, and you don't get the gear warning horn. We're gonna go flap 20, we'll slow 160. Not even have to touch the thrust really too much, just the drag alone. The drag alone will kind of slow you, maybe a little bit, but doing their call at 5 miles. We're approaching. You can read that. Greco at 1900. It's working real well, so the glide slope is correct. LaGuardia traffic, Jazz 996, 5 mile final, runway 22, LaGuardia. John, hey, welcome, John Brand. Auto-tune doesn't change the course anymore on ILS in the new version, a bug or reality. It is a bug. So the left side does it. It's just the right side never does it. The course should be auto-set once those blue needles pop up for you. Staying fast, guys. Our approach speed is 137, but we're still at 1,500 feet.
LaGuardia Tower is open now, 118.7.
Of course. LaGuardia Tower, Jazz 996, 4 mile final, ILS 22. About 20. Or 30, actually. I wonder if you heard me. And flap 45. A ref of 137. Alright, the gear's down through green, flap 45. Yeah, 5x5. How do you read? It's Jazz 996, ILS 22. 5 mile, or 2 mile final.
Jazz 996, LaGuardia Tower, reaching 5x5. Howdy, wind 2008, runway 22, quarter line.
Quarter line 22, Jazz 996. We'll park in gate 52 today. I think it's 52. From memory. Alright, 1000 checked. This glide slope's getting us low on the pappies. Oh, is it? Wait. Oh no, we're good. I had to zoom in there.
Jazz 998, LaGuardia Tower, hello. Number 2 following a company on 2 mile final, wind 2008, runway 22, quarter line number 2.
Alright, let's go ahead and disengage autopilot. Again, you're not going to get the sound. Whoa, because the Boris audio sound is kind of breaking the update currently. This airplane in real life, when it comes out of autopilot, actually needs a lot of nose up trim.
Jazz 998 Tower.
Correcting high. We want to be lower than higher on this approach. So we're gonna get a little. We're gonna get one white if we can do that.
Are you guys all parking together, or do you want company parking?
Yeah, we'll park together,
Roger.
300 sync rate.
I mentioned that it should not yell sync rate at 1200 a minute. That's way too sensitive. It doesn't do that. There we go. There's that one white that we want at this runway.
100 sync rate.
Nope.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
7,000 feet to play with. We're gonna add in our brakes. Don't go too heavy on the brakes. Just let it nicely decelerate. We got our reverse cracked at idle. And we're gonna take the next left here at Yankee. In the CRJ, we have to be idle reverse by 60. You don't have to stow them though. You can keep the reverse out all the way taxiing if you want to. That's a that's more of a Boeing thing or Airbus because you got low engines there, but the RJ wings are up high. RJ engines, sorry, up high. We'll take this left turn on Yankee's probably going to give us, or sorry, on Charlie. We made actually pretty good taxiway. He's probably going to give us Bravo Echo Alpha to the gate, something like that. Spot 8. Still the reverse is there. Tower Jazz 996 clear, 22 at Charlie.
Jazz 996, hello, taxi Bravo, hold short of Echo, further in a bit.
Bravo short Echo, Jazz 996. This is a problem I've been having, that my rudder pedals don't turn it past a certain point. I don't know why that happens, but I'm hoping when I buy a tiller, that'll kind of all go away. All right, after landings, let's go ahead and turn that recording off. There we go. Take all this stuff off. Take that guy off. Take that guy off. Take that guy off. Take that guy off. Let's taxi all at the same time somehow. As I'm right clicking, you want short echo, which is the second.
Jazz 996, LaGuardia ground 121.7. Good night.
21.7, Jazz 996. Have a good night. Ground Jazz 996, short approaching echo. It's not ready for me. I'll just hold short echo once. This is the first taxiway. This is Tang. Nope, this is number 1. Echo's coming up on the next one here. So I'll just stop shy. Oh, trying to get your landing in there. Short echo. Sorry, I wasn't able to catch that. No gear. Don't worry about that. 21.7 ground jazz 996 short echo. I think your mic's muted. I heard you transmit though.
Jazz 996, LaGuardia Ground. Good evening. Where are you parking tonight?
52, please. Jazz 996. It's 52. Am I remembering that correctly?
Jazz 996, Roger. Taxi to parking via Echo Alpha. Have a great night.
Echo Alpha, Jazz 996. You too. All right, let's keep going. Little thrust to get moving. I kind of want to watch all the landings here, so I'm gonna try to get there as fast as possible. It's just a right turn and a left turn, basically. Here's Alpha coming up. And we're gonna follow Alpha all the way around this whole area. If my scenery looks bad, that's because I'm running dynamic settings, and I just need it. $61? Did we pass it? 61.03. That's awesome, guys. Nice job. Thank you, guys. Left side sets course of 180 degrees the wrong way. Yeah. Another Vatsimism tower popping on. Yeah, exactly. Greaser? Oh, it wasn't bad. Yeah, in LaGuardia, guys, this is a very short runway. If you can grease it, go ahead. But the primary goal is that touchdown zone on that center line. You need to get stopped. There's no runoff area in LaGuardia. You're going right into buildings or a highway or something. So just get it down, get it stopped. It's a bit firm, that's fine. In real life in LaGuardia on runway 22, I don't know why my airplane is crooked, but anyways, in real life on runway 22, there's actually a significant dip in the runway. So you'll actually go to flare, and you don't realize that dip is there, and your flaring would have been perfect if the little decline, and what happens is you flare perfectly for a level runway. Because the decline is there, you fall into it, and it's a really hard landing using LaGuardia, just because I think everyone's been hitting there over the years, and it just literally made a dent. I don't know why. 51 and 52, 51 and 52 are your gates. Yeah, thanks. I think 51 is actually where we park using the RJ, but it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and start the APU. And we're going to shut down the left. It's been more than 2 minutes for the bleeds to cycle themselves there. More than 2 minutes of idle thrust, I should say. So we do single engine taxis sometimes. Just shut the left engine off by clicking it off there, and then the left fuel pump off as well. All right, we're going to take right turn here, spot 8. Looks like gate 52 is taken. Right at 320. They don't come here. It would be most likely, if anything from mainline, it would be a 220. But usually it's Embraer RJs over here. It's a big hill. Gotta get over. Yeah. All right, 51 is over there, and it's a weird turn. There's 2 lines to 51, and from memory, they want you on the left line. So that's the one we're gonna take. Let's go ahead and turn our taxi light off.
Good day, garbage ground, and there 5183 on Bravo.
He's been calling it garbage the entire time.
Endeavor 5183, LaGuardia Ground. Good evening. Taxi to parking via Bravo Echo Alpha. See ya.
Took out a new model for 5 minutes. You guys did a beautiful job honing in that flight model. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Endeavor 5183, let me know if you don't get cleared in, though.
Of course, there'd be a dent in the runway after all the years that Port Authority hasn't done anything about it. Nope. No, it's still there. Is MK2 LaGuardia? It is, but I'm running dynamic settings, so the visuals might not be that great. I'm going to turn dynamic settings off so you guys can get a better view of it. I'm not running GSX as well because Flights and Gaming have been having problems with GSX, and I wanted to test if it was actually GSX. And I think it was because after I got rid of it, we didn't get any lag on that touchdown. Anyways, APU is on. We'll go ahead and shut down. The anti-ice is off. We'll go ahead and shut down the remaining engine. Seatbelts off, fuel pump off, hydraulic 3A off, beacon light can come off, steering can come off. Clear the master cautions there. That's shut down, ready to go for the next flight. So let's go ahead and get some footage of the other guys coming into land here. We're just gonna, let's go ahead and change actually real quick from dynamic settings. We're gonna turn that off so you guys can get a better visual. I'm gonna reconnect to VATSIM at the gate here. And we're just gonna, notice how much laggier it is. It's actually okay, but there's the other RJ that came in. Whoa, 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 little laggy, little laggy. I don't know what that is, but we got something coming in. Let's just slow this drone on down here. He's coming in quick. This looks like a fast landing. See that? This isn't the dip I'm talking about, but it is also a sloped runway, but there's actually like a literal hole. It looks like an RJ, but I can't... Yeah, I think it's an RJ. I can't really tell. This one actually has gear, so that's good. Oh, that one looked like it hurt. Yeah, the RJ will do that to you. That is very CRJ. If you're not careful with this CRJ, if you airbus the power where you go, you know, 30 feet and bring it right to idle, it will do that. It will smash. And that's what I'm really happy about this flight models. We found that very fine line between, in real life, a float and a slam, and there's an even finer line of a grease. What does dynamic settings do? It basically lowers, with I think AI or something, it lowers your settings to maintain 50 frames or whatever frame rate you tell it to. I'm glad you're enjoying the sim though, Vero, the flight model though. Well, AC used to send 320s and 301s in LaGuardia. Yeah, they probably used to. That nowadays it's if anything from AC, it would be a 220. But currently it's Embraers and RJs. I'll get rid of the
Ready ground, Endeavor 5208, Bravo Short Echo.
Endeavor 5208, LaGuardia ground, good evening. Where are you parking tonight?
Surprised he's able to park. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. Just joking.
We are gate 61,
Endeavor 5208, roger, taxi to parking via Bravo.
So I've been checking the, I haven't been checking the vertical stream. Sorry about that, guys. We still got 51 of you guys in there with 20 likes, or 19 likes showing. If we can get all you guys in the vertical stream to like, we'll have 50 likes. And if you can get all the guys in the horizontal stream to like, we'll have 45. I really appreciate if you guys can do that for me. We hit our subscriber goal already of 6,100. Also, if any of you guys are members here, on the next landings, you guys can use any of the brand new emojis. So if you guys are members of the channel members with the subscription cost there, you guys get exclusive videos, which I don't really have too many. I have a few of them. Not really selling myself too well. But then I also have those exclusive emojis with more to come as well. Looks like I'm flying standby for the next year. Just normal was around 3,100. That's great. What, to Minneapolis? That's insane. What do we else have coming up next year? We have someone else coming, I'm pretty sure. Right? That's Jazz 982. Don't see where he is. Oh, he just popped into existence. Awesome. We should have a few more guys coming though, unless Simple Takeoff stopped his stream. Oh, there's Flair. Yeah, he's coming in. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Nice landing. Landing rate wasn't on your side. Looked buttery. Nah, it's okay. We don't care about landing rate. You know me, Lonnie. Real world stuff. Touchdown zone, center line. The landing rate might have been off because of that dip. Maybe it calculated a different terrain or something, but yeah, I don't care. It doesn't phase me one bit. Touchdown zone, center line. Don't break the plane. Don't break the people. Hotel. That's it. I've had captains slam it. I've slammed it. I've had great ones. I've had landings. At the end of the day, you're alive. If long as the plane can work and people are okay, you know, it's not too insane. After 300, 320 feet per minute starts to get, you know, that's on the edges, you know, that's a hard landing at that point. It's a really bad one there. or a little bit of a harder one. This is looking nice. No gear. Yeah, little firm. That's okay. That probably would have been like a 300. 100% acceptable. Captains do it all the time. First time I flew with, first time I got on the CRJ 900, we trained on the 200. The 200 is like the easiest thing to land in the world. 50 feet, chop the power. 30 feet, pull the nose at the horizon, just wait. 900 is not like that. 900, 50 feet, eyes go down the runway. 40 feet, do nothing. 30 feet, start walking the power back. 20 feet, start the flare. 10 feet, idle thrust, continue flaring and add your rudder if you need it for wind. A lot more steps to the 900. But as soon as I got on the 900 and I did my FAM flight, and then as soon as I started flying it, I would ask captains, like, just, you know, people that I would meet, I'd be like, how the hell do you land this thing? Because it's a weird airplane. The sim training you do does not prepare you to land the airplane in real life. It's not even close, in my opinion. So there's captains. I've had numerous captains. They'll say, look, I've been on this airplane for 25 years. I still don't know how to land it. And of course they're joking, but it kind of eases you a little bit when you're new to the airplane, and it's known that the airplane is it's a hard airplane to land. The airplane's been stretched beyond belief past the Challenger. It's too long. The wings are very stubby and short and swept back. The engine are above the CG, so you got a lot of weird forces going on with that. The gear gives you the gear has no forgiveness. It's just one straight pull. Unlike the CRJ 200 had the trailing link gear and all that. We have two airplanes that are quite close to each other. The CL60 or something, whatever that was. But flare is next. Simple takeoff. If you guys want to go watch the flare aircraft land from the flight deck perspective, go watch Simple Takeoff. One word, Simple Takeoff. He's streaming right now. He's flying along with me. He's a good buddy, and he is landing his 737. I would assume max, but I'm not too sure with you on that one. You think the 900 is bad? Imagine the 1000. Yeah, 1000 probably even worse. That thing has been stretched. I actually thought of a theory. Bear with me on this one. I thought of an example to give. Holy moly, just did my first landing with the new flight model, and I greased it into Syracuse. I rarely grease it. Nice, man. Yeah, the new flight model, I'm loving it. I'm probably a little biased, but I love it. Could it be better? Sure. Could it be worse? 100%. There's always room for improvement, but I'm very happy with where it is. Just seems like a really bad design for an airplane. A little reminds me of the DC-8, the MD-80, the DC-9. Yeah, 109 guys. You guys are killing it today. We're at 6,109 subscribers today. I woke up in Providence from EXPO, and we are at 6,030. Not even. I think 6,022. My buddy who teaches me Muay Thai, he's starting his flight school soon. He's like, hey buddy, you have that cookie? I made cookies. Me and my girlfriend like to bake stuff, so we made cookies, and I brought after our lesson. And he's like, he just randomly texted me. It's 11 p.m. So you got that cookie recipe on hand? So I'm just gonna send that. If you guys want the cookie recipe in chat, you let me know. I'll post it in chat. You guys can make some amazing chocolate chip cookies, or you can make it in a brownie pan and make brownie cookies. Those are really good too. Just cook them a little bit longer than you would a cookie 10 minutes at 325 or so, 375. The brownie one about 15 minutes. All right, Flair, where are you? This is what I'm gonna call Simple Takeoff. So we're gonna go to the stream, we're gonna check and see how far he slowed down from. I'm just joking. David, hey, welcome. It's been a long time. Congratulations on the subscribers. Yeah, appreciate that. I think you still hold the record for the most comments for a month. We're at 6,110 now. I'm just gonna leave this stream going. I'm not even gonna go to bed. But yeah, tomorrow will be at 7,000. Keith says, are you flight dynamics different between 2020 and 24? Yes, 24. It's the same code, but 24 just interprets the code differently, is the way I was explained. It just makes it better, if that makes sense to you. And now, this is a rumor that I heard that the 2024 version will get a further flight model update because there's a lot more stuff you can do with it. So look out for that. No idea when that's coming, as you just got an update. We got V2 4 months ago, and we got V2.1 4 months later. It's a lot of updates within 4 months. As you saw, those change logs weren't short. Keith, I read that one. Sorry about that. Let's check the vertical stream here. Got 50 guys in the vertical stream. Sorry if this part's a little boring. Hey! There's a 3.7 that just popped into existence. It's looking a little high, little nosedive-y. That might just be VATSIM. Can't really tell. He's got boards out. Okay, it could just be VATSIM though. I don't know. If you guys want to go head over to Simple Takeoff's channel, this is Simple Takeoff streaming right now. Go check them out. Go subscribe. Let them know I sent you. Never call the ball. Yeah. What's it called? It's tail number, fuel, plane, ball, right? It's like 182 5.2 Hornet ball, something like that. That's actually a correct call. There we go. Kind of got it back on a profile here. Pull those spoilers away, and then you're good to go. Nice. It was unstable the whole way. Would have been a go around, but that was like one of the best saves you could have done to that approach. That was awesome. Sweet, sweet. We think we have an airplane that's behind us quite close as well. He might have got a random like speed assignment from ATC, and then like a weird like and then like a weird one to slow down because that guy was so close. They made him keep fast or something. Negative 229 for me. Difficulty nose drifted to the left on center, but not too bad. Yeah, I did see that. Depending on the rudder you got, I left my wing rudder pedals completely default settings. But yeah. Needless to say, going from a 738 to a CRJ is not easy landing wise. Aircraft made it in one piece though. Yeah, man, nice. Oh, is that you? I thought that was TBM. Was that you in the flare? I thought that was Simple Takeoff. I'm confused now. We have no. This is the last guy, right? And we'll do our replays after this. Oh, do we have one more? No. Yeah, this is the last guy here. I'm gonna come in a little bit closer for this one here. I think he's hovering. He is hovering. Okay. There you go, guys. That's it. Let's go back to our airplane. Let's start it back up, and we're going to in the sim you can actually start both engines at once, so I'm just gonna left click, fuel pumps back on real quick, disconnect from VATSIM so I don't spawn on final. We'll put our flaps back to full. The spoilers are retracted there. It's kind of laggy now, which I don't like. We're gonna add in our fuel. There we go. Maybe I just gotta look around. It'll kind of come back to life there a little bit. It was Simple Takeoff. I was watching both reads. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know if he had like some sort of like speed assignment or something, because he was hot and fast. That was like an F5 approach or something with like a military midfield brake. Anyways, that's all started up. Let's go and press this and replay. Oh, I shouldn't have pressed that. All right, well, let's press this. Night lighting is awesome in 2024 as well. Let's do this. Stop my camera right there. Press that. Move you over here. Put you over there. Resume the replay. Kind of hard to see with the lights, so I'm gonna change the time so you guys got daylight here without those blurry lights all over the place. Bit of a sync there. Sync rate. Seems like everyone hit that a little bit. Not my best. Definitely not my worst. I'll 100% take that one. In LaGuardia, you just want to get it down and stop. That's it. You don't got too much room to play with over here. Press play. But yeah, I have reported the sync rate being a little too sensitive. It goes off at times where it really shouldn't be going off. Now what this is doing because of the replay, though.
50, 40, don't sink. 20, 10.
Yeah, Lonnie was right. That looks better from inside here than it does outside. And it's got those brakes going, get those reverse going. Pause replay. Let's bring that back. A little bit too much. I brought that back. How do you guys like the LaGuardia stream? Hope you guys all enjoyed. We'll be wrapping this up here shortly. I'm going to show you guys the new spoiler effects as well. I don't know if that was this one or V2. I think it was 2.1 that it came out on, though. Get you guys from back here and watch these spoilers. A little bit better than before where they just kind of auto popped up, right? Okay, let's do it. The turn. I'm ready now. No way. I'm going to bed, bro. I know you're joking. Did you have an autopilot disconnect sound? A disconnected on approach but didn't hear anything. Yeah, that's a bug right now. Not with the airplane, but because you have the Boris sound mod installed, that will break the sim. That will break the CRJ. So the sounds you're going to miss... Okay, this guy has to stop talking. The sounds you're going to miss are the autopilot disconnect sound with Boris. If you have Boris installed, you're not going to have autopilot disconnect. You're not going to have the landing gear warning horn if you left them up below 500. More than flap 20, I believe it is. And there's one more you're not going to have. There's some other sound you're not going to have with Boris as well. Boris just needs to put an update on it. Do you use Skydolly in 24? No, I actually use this one called Flight Recorder. CST recommended it to me. I think Mike as well and Owls. 2024 is so nice trying to get into now, and it's not going to bad. Just need to get stuff over the sim, but not too bad. Yeah, I use add-on manager. That's all I do.
200.
Add-on manager for the wind. You can see it's kind of here. See that dip? It kind of happens right in the flare point, like right just past the 1,000 footers there. Yeah, that doesn't actually look as hard as in the sim. They probably just don't have the right shake effects, because it didn't look that hard in the actual. Oops. In the actual cockpit there. Clunk. It's okay. Get it down. Get it stopped. That's it. That is one thing. If I can change anything from Flight Simulator mentality, game mentality, is that feet per minute counter. I know you guys like it, but it doesn't equate to anything in real world. But if you're just having fun, by all means. But don't just judge a good landing based on feet per minute. You can grease an airplane, but if you're off the center line or off the touchdown zone, you're getting called in. To a degree off the center line, of course. You could be off a bit, but as long as you show you're correcting. Oh, the APU's on from the from the cold and dark there. Go ahead and just turn that off.
Don't sink. 50.
Whoa, lag. That looked better from here than it did outside. Alright, I don't even know what's happening anymore. But it equates to pure entertainment. That's it. Hey man, that's it. If you guys are enjoying it, that's the name of the game. I'm gonna go put dynamic settings back on because I can barely run this game with a 4080. Who knew that a $4,000 gaming PC can't run this game? Nice and smooth, but the graphics are terrible. Yeah, that actually looked a lot better than from far away. Anyways, I'll leave you with some replay, guys. I'll just finish up these comments and then we'll call it a night there. Got it, thanks mate, no worries. Yep, I'm running Boris sounds. Yeah, that's what'll do it. Just gonna tell the chief pilot that it was a little whoopsie daisy. Good evening. Own this plane on Contrail, but the new version isn't available yet. Is it only the marketplace right now or something like that? Right now it's only Aerosoft shop. Aerosoft cannot control when other companies release their updates. Contrail and I think Orbex is out as well, but Contrail should be out probably most likely tomorrow, I imagine. And marketplace, who knows? But just be patient. It'll come out eventually for you. It's 1,616 on the vertical stream, flying for America. Hello. Is this actually live, or you just were playing a video? No, this is actually live. We just did this landing, and I'm just doing. We're ending the stream now, America. So we're just doing the last little replays of the landing we just did, and then we're gonna call it a night. But once this video is uploaded, you can go ahead and back up and watch the entire thing. Press a like if you're here. Mr. Wright, welcome. Thank you for joining in as well. Whoops, I didn't mean to press that. No worries, Andy. 1,000. Okay, you guys just keep subscribing. You want me to just keep doing replays? How about we do a subscriber or replay? All right, here's another replay. Subscribe. Crazy with the butters. Thank you so much for that, my sir. If you become a member, we have our custom butter emoji made by Samuel as well. We just gained another subscriber. Okay. Lonnie, I figured out the trick, my friend. Just every replay, you gotta get an extra subscriber. That's how this works. So after this replay, we're gonna hit 6,119. All right, we're gonna do a replay, which means another subscriber. That's how this works, right? Turn LV. Let's give you a bit of a different one here. Pause the replay. Bring you guys over here. Alright guys, new replay. I'm expecting the subscriber. Come on, stop doing this to me, Sim. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot rougher from here. I wonder if it's like a scenery thing, because you go like up and close to the airplane, it didn't look like it hit that hard. But then you look at from like an outside perspective and it slams. Maybe it's flight recorder or something. I don't know, whatever the feet per minute. I think it says 250 or something. So anyways, got it down on the ground. What other cameras we got here? I think that's about it. Default? No, we don't want that. External? Smart targets? No. Ooh, wait. No, we don't want that either. Well, we're at 6,119. I'll do another replay, I guess. I'm gonna just let these keep on going here. Are you a world pilot? Lonnie. Zerosoft CRJ? It is Zerosoft CRJ, yes. Real World RJ Pilot follows at Jazz CRJ. LaGuardia should be a new title. Real World RJ Pilot follows a Jazz CRJ. Like, what do you mean? I'm just keep replaying it? Hey man, we do a replay a sub. I'll be here for another 58 days. You let me know. We're at 6,119. I'm gonna back this one up. If we get 6,020, we're doing another replay. Lol, yeah. I mean, I can handle it. Let's go ahead and go. Yeah, let's give you guys a. Don't worry about the warnings. It's gonna go off during the replay here. Let's give you a jump seater view, which is basically that, unless you tilt your head over to the left, and then you can kind of see that. So we're at 6,119. If we don't get another subscriber, we're ending the stream right here. Time to go to bed. I meant to say Real World RJ Pilot follows a Jazz CRJ with the drone camera. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Get the drone to get shot down immediately. Is V2.1 the V3 you were? Yes, it was. I didn't know what they were gonna call it, so I called it V3. But they wanted to be called V2.1. Simmers on YouTube really want professional, knowledgeable content creators. That's why the sub count keeps going up. Yeah, maybe. There might be some truth to that. Alright guys, well, it looks like we're going to be ending the stream here. Subscribe for a replay. I'm joking. I gotta go to bed anyways. I'm off tomorrow. We got some exciting news. I'll let this kind of play out, and we will be chatting hopefully soon, as I got in contact with Bluebird for their 7.5 whenever that eventually comes out. I have also chatted with the guys over at Contrail, Mr. Lars, who has shown me the Falcon F50 at ooh, that flaps on. At what was it called? FS Expo? Already forgot. So hopefully we'll be getting into that pretty soon as well. We just hit 120. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I went back on approach here. Anyways, I've been chatting with Lars, who showed me the Falcon 50 at FS Expo, and that was actually a really cool plane too. It's a nice mix of old school and new school. It can still do LNAV and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of a little older, little bit of older airplane. So I'll be looking and getting into that. Some other stuff. 727, I'll be starting to fly that as well. Again, as I love that plane. So if you guys want to see those streams as well, tune in for the 727. I noticed that 727 doesn't get as much love as the RJ does. The RJ streams here, but that's to be, I guess, expected. Again, if you're gonna buy either this airport or this airplane or anything on the Contrail shop, I have a Contrail discount code down below. It'll save you 10%. So if you use that code, that would help me out quite a bit. And if you want to buy the throttle you've seen today, and I can put this back on the screen for you, this throttle right here. Right here, this is the ProDesk Sim CRJ throttle. It has the CRJ spoiler, which there is some things that aren't completely real life, but it's probably as close as you can get. With the flap handles, all the detents, 45, 30, 20, 8, 1, 0. It doesn't have the detents between the finger lift stuff, but that's fine. Triggers, reverse, toga buttons, and I even added an auto throttle button, which isn't there in the real plane, but just if you want to use it for other planes. It has the idle detent, the shutoff detent, climb, toga, max power, and then all the spoiler detents as well. So you can pick this up at Pro Desk Sim, which I have a coupon code for as well. And you can also buy their Airbus one, which I was actually looking at getting. It looked pretty cool. Their Airbus one, their 3.7 with fuel cutoffs and everything, looks pretty neat. So be sure to check them out. That's all in the description down below. But with that, guys, we're going to be ending it. We'll have some cool streams coming along this year after I've been to the expo. Jay Browser, thank you for donating $1.99 there. Thanks so much for your tutorial and streams. Yeah, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, and you don't have to donate, but I'm glad that you like the streams. So thank you for that. Okay, this guy's stopped talking. We've arrived at our destination. Yeah, after seeing what I got at Expo, I'm going to try to get my hands on that Moza yoke. That thing looked awesome. I just got to find the financials for it and where to buy it. But that thing looked really cool. Chat 60 people in here, only 24 likes. What we doing for it? Yeah, I don't know, man. The math ain't mathin'. Does the CRJ have a pendulum swing? It does. It does. On the yoke, I assume you mean.
40, 30, don't sink, 20.
Doing that in the previous version, you would have been flipped over with that flight model. So just looking at that, you should know the flight model is much nicer. Anyways, yeah, that Moza yoke I tried was really amazing. I want the wing one as well, but I just don't know where I could put that wing one, to be honest with you guys. So I'll be trying to get the hands on anything I can, but the Moza one I'm going to try to purchase as well. PU Air Korea is coming out with some G1000 stuff, so I'll be in talks with them to see if we can get a showcase for you. So a lot of cool stuff coming for the channel very soon. As we keep growing as well, we'll keep getting more sponsors and people giving me stuff so I can show you guys. So I appreciate all you guys being here. We'll leave this last landing, and we're going to tune out for tonight. If you had a question not answered, you can just ask in the Discord. You guys can join the Discord down below, and I'll be sure to answer it over there. See ya later.